If you're tired of chasing clients, of being in your stories 24/7 to sell your offers and launching every single month or every other month another micro offer to drive more sales, this episode is going to show you the shift that helped me stop operating like just a service provider and really start building a real business that is making sales, even in the weekends, even when I'm on holidays, like a business. And really one that makes sales anytime, whatever I'm doing. Hi, by the way, I am Gwen. If you are new here, I'm also the strategy Gwen. That's how my clients call me because I help coaches and experts build evergreen sales funnel, launch strategies that makes them okay, and advanced sales system that brings in consistent income without having to sell 24/7 or be glued to your phone. And today we are talking about the CEO move that took me from grinding my way to 10K a month to waking up to K days in passive sales, just passive sales. When I first hit 10K a month, I thought I made it, because for so long I was just like, oh, like 10K a month, 10K a month. And what no one tells you is that 10K a month can feel like burnout if your business needs you every single second, okay, to make money. And I was launching constantly. I was posting content 5 days a week to keep the engagement, keep being here, keep being top of the mind of everyone. I was doing the DMs. I was doing sales calls at this time. I was doing the content, the emails, like everything, and still worrying about where the next client is coming from because I didn't know. And I had to work for every single client to sign up. If I stopped showing up, sales, they always stopped too. And yes, like even at 10K a month, if I had built momentum, I could go, let's say, do a launch and then 2 weeks off and still post a bit of content and make sales because I was on the momentum of a launch. But if I didn't build the momentum of a launch before going on holidays, I would certainly make no sales at this time. And this is not freedom. And at one point I had to remind myself, like, why did you build this business? For the freedom. Because I don't want a boss. I don't want anyone to tell me what to do, when to do it. I want to do things when I'm passionate about it, when it feels like sharing, when I want to do something so amazing for my clients and share my own wisdom. And I don't want to just like glorify self-employment just because, it's not sustainable to just be grinding all the time. There are phases in your life, 100% do the grind. But there are phases you will not want to grind and you have to plan for this. So the shift was that I stopped operating like the coach who sells. And I started to think about what would a CEO do? If I was the CEO and not just like the coach who want to make sales. If I was the CEO who is building a business, what would I do? And that's when I started to create funnels, which is so funny because I did funnels very early in my other businesses. And I don't know why for this one, like it took me quite a while. And so I set up funnels that made offers, that handled objection for me, that qualified my leads, that had all of my clients say yes, yes, and yes, buying all of the things without needing me actually being on social media. And so the crazy thing here is that it didn't require ads. Okay, I didn't do ads. It didn't require 100 new offers. I'm sorry. It just required a smart sales system built around what was already working in my business. And so this really changed everything. So I'm going to share a few points with you on how to do this and really like what to think about. The first thing that I want you to really see is to stop relying on your presence to make money. The minute you need to show up to make sales, you've built a job with a description of working all the time, not a business. Okay. If you even take like any business that even sells product, let's say, it's not like they didn't show up today showing their glass on social media, so no one is going to go on their website and buy their glass. You understand that. Yeah, you understand that. And you have to build your brand thinking about the legacy, about the wealth that you're building for you, for your family, the amazing information, the amazing wisdom that you have that you want to be able to share to your clients, and for them to have this on demand. They can have this whenever they want, when there is the demand. So yes, live selling, it has its place. I love launching. I am always selling something. But what I want you to understand that everything that I'm selling, when I sell a workshop, so let's say on Thursday this week, I have a live workshop, the first year's funnel workshop. If you haven't signed up to this, like you have to sign up to this, because if 50% of the new followers that you have are not buying from you immediately, this is going to completely change the game for you. And this is the first step of the entire system backend that I teach to my people to make sales all year round, all the time, when they actively selling or not. And so for me, I love live selling. When I have the energy, I do it. But this is on top of the revenue that I make from my backend sales. I don't do the opposite. I don't do first, let me sell, live launch, and do all of the stuff. And then on top of it, I'm just going to grasp the crumbs with my backend. No, my backend is my sales machine. Okay. And when I live launch, when I have energy, I put momentum on this. I build my brand even more. Like I add layers and nuanced in my messaging and in all of my things on top of this. Yeah. That's how I have 10K days. So yes, the selling when we are live launching and all of this stuff, but the foundation should be automated. If someone finds you today, they should have a way to go straight into your world, to receive amazing value from you, to receive like your wisdom and to understand what you are about, but also to build trust, to really see quickly that you are someone who provides result, to make them an offer and to close the sale today. Today, they should be able to buy from you, all while you are doing whatever you want, being at the beach, delivering client results. Okay. So it's not about just like, oh, build passive income, have your margarita next to the beach. Yes, I love a spicy margarita, but come on. Yeah. There is also like for me, all of the sales that I'm making when I'm delivering clients, some clients result. Some weeks when I have especially like a lot of one-to-one intensive clients, and sometimes like when I have energy, I sell intensives and then I have a lot of one-to-one clients at the same time for a week or for a month. And I spend my day with my clients. I don't have the time to be like, what amazing, funny thing I am going to do on Instagram today to stay on top of mind of all of my clients so they buy from me. What do I sell or whatever? I have all of my backend doing this stuff. Yeah. I create one piece of content that is going to lead to my backend, and my backend is going to make the sales for me. The number two thing that I want you to understand is that you want to design a funnel that reflects your strength. Okay. I personally didn't use someone else's system. I looked at how do I sell naturally? What do I like to do? What is easy for me to do? What content drives buyers? What objections show up from my people? What makes people convert? And then I turn this into a funnel. I don't hack someone else's system with their objection, what converts for them, and create my own system. No, and you should not. And by the way, like when you are ready to create a funnel system like this is exactly what we're doing in the funnel mini mind for 5 weeks. Okay. And we start July 28th. This is going to be amazing. And there will be no, this is the template. So you have to do this in this order. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do for your business, how to do it and all of the stuff, but we don't do copycat funnels here. That's why my funnels convert so well. Because a funnel, it's not a template, okay? It's a strategy that is built around your message, that is built around your offer, that is built around you, your way of selling, your way of showing up, and your ideal client's behavior. Your ideal client's behavior is not the same as my ideal client's behavior. And that's the difference between hearing crickets when you do a funnel and having a high conversion like my clients. The point number 3 here that I wanted to share, and that's going to be my last point on this, by the way, is to treat your funnel like a business asset, okay? Not a quick fix. I see so many people being like, you don't need a funnel, blah, blah, blah. Yes, if you want to grind forever, you don't need a funnel. But also like if you think that a funnel is going to fix your lack of sales, no. A funnel is not going to fix your lack of sales. It's going to make you have more sales, okay, of what you already have. So when your positioning is done, when your messaging is done, when you are making sales, let's say you're making sales for your one-to-one offer, or you're making sales for your group program or something, like you are making sales. So you see that what you're talking about is activating people to buy. You can create something else and putting it on demand, okay? And this is not going to be a quick fix, because in the funnel, once we run it, we also have to like look at the data and start to refine some stuff to have best results. It's not something we created and we ditch it to the, not to the bin, but like ditch it to, it's going to make me $10,000 even though I was making $500. No. And I feel like this is where most people, like, they mess it up. They rush so much to get something up that they copy someone else's funnel template. And I think like there is a place for funnel templates. Like, let's say if you want to build a funnel from your freebie to your macro offer to a low ticket micro offer mini course, this is what I'm going to teach you on Thursday in the first year's funnel workshop. You can use the template, and I teach you on Thursday to do it with the template, without a template, like, and really to understand what needs to be done. So you may use the template or not, but this is so straightforward, then yes. But after this, I will not suggest just going into templates. And I think like the problem is that a lot of people expect to have 10K results from a $0 plan or their $50 plan, because they spend $50 for a template. Instead, I want you to treat your funnel like the sales team of your business. If you don't want a sales team, you don't want a closer, then you have a funnel. Would you hire a salesperson and give them a script that wasn't tested, a product they didn't understand, zero tools to handle objection, without even thinking about what your people have said before when you were talking to them? No. So why doing this with a funnel? Like, you need the right offer. Like, obviously, this offer doesn't have, by the way, to be tested all the time, but your messaging, your positioning need to be tested by selling live other offers. You need the right messaging, the right buyer journey. By the way, all of this stuff is what I teach in Elevate Mastermind, okay, my 6 months mastermind. The right tech and the right evaluation process. This is so important that you understand really that the foundation to great systems is you knowing how have you sold in the past, what energy were you in, how did you show up, and to mimic this, to replicate this, to multiply yourself and your sales with systems. So different options for you here. The first option is going to jump straight into the workshop that is on Thursday, the first year's funnel workshop. In this workshop, I'm going to teach you how to tag a cold lead, someone that found you on the explore page on Instagram, or a new follower that follows you for any reason, and take them straight into buying from you, saying the first yes. And this is the first yes, because there will be many other ones. So this is what I'm going to teach on Thursday. The workshop is going to be live. You have access to all the material. So all of the material from this being, you have the workshop that I'm going to explain you through everything, the entire system, with a 3-part funnel structure I use, the entire strategy behind 7 email sequence that does all the selling for me, and it will do the same job for you. I'm going to also teach you how to map your own funnel using my plug and play planner, so you're not overwhelmed by the system, and how to do it. And I'm even going to give you my own offer audit I use to make sure you're putting the right offer in your funnel. There was even a bonus for the first 20 people, and there was still a bit of spots left in here. The first 20 people will have a live hot seat call with me a few days after the workshop to review. You have reviewed the funnel, asked like any question that they have on the tech or anything regarding setting up this funnel. If you already know that from this you want more than just the system for the low ticket offer, you can go straight into the funnel mini mind. If you are a new client and you're joining the funnel mini mind and you are not inside Elevate Mastermind yet, when you join the Funnel Mini Mind, you will also have the option to add this as credit towards joining my mastermind Elevate. This is a 6-month mastermind when you learn how to build a business by being you, not pretending to be someone else, by being you with your look, not someone else's look, not being more polished than you want to be polished, not speaking in your messaging like another way that you want to be speaking, but actually saying the things that are going to activate your client to buy, and having sales processes that are a mix of live launching and evergreen. So you build a business where you can actually take time off. This is exactly what we build inside the Elevate Mastermind, and it's for you if you want to scale to 6 figures or to multi 6 figures. If you are not at multi 6 figures, this is the space for you. But yes, you can start even this Thursday with coming to the workshop with me, and I'm going to teach you exactly how I did this. If you want to see how I created the funnel that led to consistent 10K days, come to the First Year's Funnel workshop. Okay? I'm going to show you exactly what you have to be doing. If you're ready to go deeper and actually build a system that bring in 10 to 20K a month from offers you've already created, Funnel Mini Mind or Elevate Mastermind, because you are going to have access to the Funnel Mini Mind. Thank you so much for listening to today's training on the CEO move that took me from grinding, making 10K a month to making 10K days in passive sales, because I have back-end systems. If you like this episode, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any future training like this one. And feel free to send me a DM on Instagram if you have any question about one of those 3 offers. Bye, everyone.